Bears favored by 1, over under 43. Can't wait for your thoughts on this game. Bears favored by 1. Kate, what are you doing?
PJ, this time well, not even next week, Sunday, I'm going to be inside Soldier Field watching the Bears and Packers. And it's going to be exhilarating for, let's hope, longer than a quarter or so. I'm not totally confident in my Bears. I don't like the way they looked in the last preseason game. Justin Fields did not look all that good. And the Packers did kind of look good. Green Bay's just beat Chicago how many years in a row? How many times in a row? I would love for that to end this season. I'm just not sure. I'm not totally confident that it's going to happen. I kind of think the Packers are going to win this game, and we're still going to be owned by Aaron Rodgers is going to be haunting us from New York. Like, it's one of these things where I almost want to take the Packers just that way. If they do win, at least, kind of hedged out my fandom a little, and I'm happy because I made some money. Where if they lose and the Bears win, even more happy that the Bears win. So I really don't know how to look at this game, to be honest. And I think I have too much of a bias to really give like a unbiased opinion. That's what you would call that, unbiased. I'm worried about the Bears defense. I'm worried that Jordan Love's going to look really good. But Justin Fields could turn things around, and DJ Moore could end up, that connection could be unbelievable, and the Bears could win. I have no idea, PJ. So I need you to tell me what to think of this one.
Kate, I don't know. I mean, really, the past couple weeks or so, I've kind of been on the Packers side, thinking they're going to win this game. But last couple of days, I'm kind of flip-flopping and thinking that maybe the Bears will. Justin Fields, like, as much potential is there, and as great as he looked in moments last season, he's 5-20 as a starting quarterback. And this is going to be one of the biggest games he plays in all year, right? Like, if the Bears are in playoff contention later in the season, like, sure, obviously those games will mean much more. But like you said, like, Aaron Rodgers is gone. And you know as well as anybody, he has haunted that franchise for decades. And now the Bears feel like they finally have their quarterback, right? And you're at home, you're against the Packers, you have a chance to start the season 1-0. Like, this is a game that the Bears have to win. I was talking about this on my show yesterday. I think of all the games in week 1, Kate, I think it's the most important game of week 1 is the Bears. Like, they're the team that has to win week 1. They have to, because Matt Eberflus is in his second year, right? You kind of got to pass year 1. You finished with the worst record in the NFL, but you got the number 1 pick. At least Justin Fields showed improvement, which is what the franchise and the fans wanted to see. The offseason that they had, you got DJ Moore, you bring in some pieces on defense, and the division is wide open. I mean, the fact that we're sitting here and the Lions are favored to win the NFC North, I mean, that just tells you everything, right? Vikings won 13 games last year, and yet the Lions are favored. So, as we know, division is wide open. This game is a true pick-em. I mean, I kind of lean the Bears, Kate. I don't know. I mean, as you know, right? Like, obviously, it's Packers-Bears, so it makes you nervous. But I do think the Bears, like, they have to win this game. They have to. They know they have to. So this is one of those games, though, that, again, like, if the Packers are up 10-0, if they're up 17-7, like, you bet the Packers live. You bet them plus the points, because you know they're coming back. You know they're going to make this tough for the Bears. But I can't put it against you for a little emotional hedge. I do the same thing. Bet the Packers, right? Root for the Bears, like, absolutely. But yeah, I think you're just hoping that maybe the Bears get up early in this game. And then, like I said, if you can get like a plus 7.5 with the Packers, I think that'd be an awesome bet. Great stuff as always. Are you going to emotionally hedge the Packers-Bears game along with Kate?
Oh, I'm not even emotionally invested. Packers money line for my soul. You couldn't get me to bet the Bears if you put bamboo shoots underneath my fingernails. This is so destined to be a Bears loss. It's going to be so Bears. Kate, you're outraged right now. This is what we know. This is what we are conditioned to know. Every time that you expect the Bears to do anything positive, they turn around and they completely just kick you in the shins. That's exactly what's going to happen. I have nothing but but negative expectations for this game on Sunday. Packers money line for my soul, for my parents' mortgage, for all the money in the world. The Packers are absolutely winning this game. There's no shot that the Bears win this game. It's just history repeating itself. It's all that is going to happen. No chance. Packers money line.
Wow.
Jake,
Kate, thoughts?
You run a Bears podcast. No faith.
Sure do. And guess what I said on that Bears podcast this morning when we recorded? Bears are going to lose this game.
Hence why I am hedging my fandom with the Packers a little bit, because I do know what is likely going to occur this weekend, Jake. I just don't want to necessarily fully admit it. I still want to have some hope for Justin Fields and my Bears. You want to come
There's
tailgate?
no room for hope, only despair.
Tailgate with me this weekend, Jake? Have a great time.
I would love to, but I will be captaining this ship in the producer booth for You Better You Bet Countdown to Kickoff, giving the folks at home a top-notch production, which they should tune into.
That's an important job. Can't miss that.
It is. 11-1 Eastern time. Make sure you guys tune in for that. Jake Hassan, you're the man. Kate, what I think the bet might be with the Rams moving forward is for them to finish with the fewest wins in the NFL. Their first 5 games of the season are brutal. They're at Seattle to start. Then they're home against the Niners. They're at the Bengals. They're home against the Colts, which could be, the one game where maybe they're favored. And then they're home against the Eagles. So you're playing 3 of the best teams in football. You're getting Seattle on the road, and then you have to travel and play Indianapolis, which could be a tough game. I don't think it's out of the possibility that the Rams could start the season 0-5. If they start the season 0-5, then I think you start thinking about the future, and you look at an aging Matt Stafford and Aaron Donald and a Cooper Kupp. I wonder if they trade one of those guys. They see that quarterback who's doing pretty good things at USC, right down the street. Yep. And not only do you think about maybe tanking a little bit, because what the Rams getting Caleb Williams means, Kate, is that the Cardinals don't get Caleb Williams, right? It's kind of like the whole number 1 pick thing with Houston, right? And how they got CJ Stroud so that the Colts didn't, and he could be the quarterback that haunts them for the next 10 years or so. So I think, the Rams are 10-1 for the fewest wins. That's the way I kind of look at this team. Their first 5 weeks are brutal. And I think that's a team that if they get off to a start like that, they're not going to get up every week. They're not going to want to continue to win games. They're going to start looking towards the future and start maybe thinking about trying to get the number 1 pick for Caleb Williams. All right, Kate, let's wrap up the awards market now with our Super Bowl picks. Tell me who you like out of the AFC, who do you like out of the NFC, and then who do you like winning it all?
All right. Out of the NFC, I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles get back to the Super Bowl this year. Very talented roster on both sides of the ball. They've got a quarterback in Jalen Hurts that can bring them back there. But they're going to play the Bengals in the Super Bowl, PJ. Bengals are coming out of the AFC, and the Bengals are going to win it all. It's finally Burrow time. Joe Cool going to step up big. Finally get over that hump in the AFC Championship game, make it to the big dance, and bring it home this time around. So I'm going with the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
All right, Bengals over the Eagles for Kate. She likes the Bengals to win it. I'm right there with you on the Eagles. I think they have the most talented roster in the NFL. I think after how last season ended, they want the taste of getting right back there and a chance to win it. Hurts is awesome. Their defense is loaded. They have 2 number 1 receivers. They got Swift at running back. Their O-line's great. That team has no weaknesses, Kate. They really don't. And I think they're going to win the NFC East. I think they're going to get a 1 or 2 seed in the NFC. And then good luck trying to go to Philadelphia and winning a playoff game. In front of those fans, that's as tough as a place to play in the postseason as there is in the NFL. So I'm with you on the Eagles. In the AFC, I'm going with the Buffalo Bills, and they are my pick to win the Super Bowl. Kate, this is what happens in sports, is teams go through stretches where they're good for a couple years, and they get everybody to buy in, and then there's that final straw, and then everybody jumps ship, and they don't believe anymore, and then that is the year where the team comes through, right? I think about Virginia in college basketball. How many years was Virginia 1 seed? and then they lose to UMBC. Everybody was off Virginia. They win the national title. I think about the Lightning in hockey. So many years they were great. They break a record with regular season wins. They lose to the Blue Jackets. They get swept, and then everybody's off them. They win it the next year. Happened with the Washington Capitals as well in hockey. I've seen it happen in sports over and over. That's what's going to happen with the Bills. I think after that playoff loss to the Bengals, I've heard nothing but negative things about the Bills. This was a team that was favored to win the Super Bowl last year. Allen was favored to win MVP. That roster is pretty much the same team that everybody liked a year ago. I understand that teams around them have gotten better, but the core of the Bills is still there. Allen's still there. Diggs is still there. Von Miller is going to be back healthy. So I think this is the year, Kate. I think this is the year that they get it done, and I like the Bills over the Eagles. That is my Super Bowl pick.